Okay, I start by sharing my screen. Share. Okay. So my screen is clear. Okay. Welcome to Apollo Bot. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ike. I'm live from Nigeria and welcoming everybody on this Zoom meeting. We're going to be having general meetings and we're going to fix technical meeting much later. So now artificial intelligence is what we're using, and the Apollo bot runs on what we call the QLib AI. Let me open up the spreadsheet, and I'm going to be very quick on that because we're going to be entering some nitty-gritties of this bot. Okay. All right. So we've talked about the past and the present situation, the past and the present, which is the past and the present performance. The past, I mean, from the events we've seen from January to date, it's been very awesome. The bot has been performing very wonderful. Okay, up to this very moment, it's been standing strong in the market. Lots of bots have come and gone, so we can beat our chest and say the Apollo bot is it's a good robotic system to trade with. And talking of robotics are very good to trade with because when you have volatility in the market, when there is volatility, you need a system that profits from every single move in the market. Okay, because you cannot trade them manually. So imagine a situation where you have over 1 million cryptocurrencies, 1 million assets. How do you analyze these currencies? So manual trading is gradually fizzling away. It will very soon, it will fizzle out. So we are here to teach people on how to take advantage and leverage on robotics. Okay, so Apollo bots, like we've seen here on my screen, it's by definition, it's intelligent trading, convenient and efficient, makes investing easy. All right, it makes investing easy. Then what is Apollo bot? I think I've defined it before. It's artificial intelligence, and it has what we call the machine learning. Okay, so every AI, the most intelligent AI, without machine learning, you can't call it AI. So Apollo bot has this machine learning abilities, meaning that it trades with experience, and now it has picked all the events that have happened from January till this very point, and it makes the robot smarter. So it means that past events, it will learn from past events, and it uses it to trade the future and upcoming events. So it makes it smarter. So that means that Apollo bot over time will become very, very smart. Okay, so I want to dive into the trade because I've talked about the difference between, when we talk about robotics, I've talked about the difference between the one-way bot and the hedge bot. So Apollo bot is a one-way robot, okay? One way in the sense that it monitors the market, it takes on the market, and it's able to place a trade according to the trend. So when there's a good trend, it goes in the long position. So I'm going to be opening one or two. Let me look at the. So you can see, if you look at my screen, you can see that it has opened some positions here. XRP, it's on long. You can see them. It opens. It takes a smart peek into the market. A smart peek into the market, courtesy of the QLib, the Microsoft QLib AI, which follows the trend. So it goes into the market, it takes the trend, and it starts to make some good profit. So you can see my screen, we have some good trades running. So it means if you have some good capital, you can put them on and make the bots trade for you. So looking at the interface, we're here to discuss the interface. Okay, looking at this interface, you can see below my screen, if you can see below my screen, you see this is the spot and you have the futures. It means we can enjoy both trades. We can enjoy both trades. All you need to do is bind your system, connect it into your exchange, and you start to trade. So let me introduce the, hold on, clear this. Okay, so you can see the trades are running smoothly. So let me tap on the home page. You can see this is the home page. Then you see the exchanges. You tap on exchanges. So now the Apollo bot has 5 exchanges. So with this 5, all you need to do, choose your favorite exchange and bind. It's very easy. So just choose your favorite exchange and bind. So talking of exchanges, these exchanges have what you call the application program interface, which enables you to connect. So you can connect to the, you can connect your bot to this exchange, and it starts to read your exchange. So it has the permission to read, has the permission to take trades, but it has no permission to withdraw funds. So it is strictly for trading and giving results. Okay, so yes. Okay, yeah, I'm going to drop this. The recording, it's on record actually. So that's why I need to go into the most important parts of this robot. So all you need to do, you need to come to API where you bind, tap on API. Okay, then you see these are the different exchanges. All you need to do is you tap on bind. Okay, my screen is I can zoom the screen so you can see the screen. So if you tap on bind, just look for your favorite exchange. You can see this particular account is already bound to the bot. So that's why you see it. You see this replace. Okay. Once you bind, you will see it's replaced here. You will see this replace here. So it means this Binance is it's running. Okay. So I continue. Okay, so that's talking of binding. So there are videos on how to bind. So today's presentation is not on how to bind. So if you still don't understand, you can go back to in the house to show you how to do the binding. All right. So after that, you can talk of the gas. What's the gas about? So the gas is a minimum of $30, because without the gas, without putting in the gas, you cannot trade. So minimum is $30. So when you come, you tap on mine. Okay, you see here mine. You tap on mine. All right, then you come to the deposits. You can see deposits by the corner here. So you tap on deposits. You tap on deposit, then the address comes in. So mind you, a lot of us are used to the TRC20. The Apollo bot makes use of the Polygon network. Okay, so on your exchange, you could see it as Polygon, or you could see it as Matic. So if you see Polygon, you're good to go. You see Matic, you're good to go. So it's Matic Polygon. Okay, so all you need to do is copy the address, you go back to your exchange, then you make the withdrawal. So you're going to be sending minimum of $30 into the Apollo bot wallet system. So after you're done with that, when you're done with that, then you come over here, check, you see, buy gas. Let me show you. You see here, so you tap on buy gas. So before you tap on buy gas, of course, you make sure your minimum of 30 is already here. So either way, just make sure your gas is at least 10% of your capital. So it means 30 will do you from the $100, $200, $300 trading account. So 400 means you're putting in 40 and all that. So, but the buy gas, once you put in the minimum of 30, you come over to buy gas, you tap on buy gas, okay? So let me go ahead, let me tap on buy gas. Tap on buy gas, then you see, you choose. If you're putting it 30, you choose it 30. So 30 gives you the 3,000 gas. Then you see from after 30, you have the 50, then you have the 100. So if you're trading, at least if you're trading from $1,000 and above, you would want to put in $100 for gas. Okay, $100 for gas. So so this is on gas. So what's the next? So now you after doing your binding, you put in your gas, then you will see your capital here. When you've done if you successfully bind, you come to futures, okay, below here. You tap on this futures icon, then you'll be able to see. Now you can see the system. Now the bot is able to read. Can you see your total assets? The robot is able to read your exchange. So this is your total asset. So you can see what this robot is doing. So now this is a $3,000 account, but then look at the investments. This is what is happening. So the money management is top notch. It's second to none. So this is a $3,000 account. It's been trading for over going to 2 weeks, and it just invested about $667 of that account. Okay, so guys, it's awesome. All right, so when it starts to read, all you need to do, the next thing you need to do is setting your future account. So how do you set up your future account? So you've done your binding, you've gotten your gas. So the next thing you need to do is come to the home page. You tap on home. This is the home page. So you're going to be seeing all this here. All you need to do is scroll down. So mind you, we are still on the futures aspect of this robot. It's quite awesome. So you see there is a spot classic, then you have this futures classic. So you tap on your futures classic. All right. So it opens up this way. It opens up this way with different assets. I think it's over 30 assets here. Okay, over 30 assets. Then the next thing is according to your capital, there is a sheet. I'm sure we have them in all the groups, all the channels on Telegram. You find there's a sheet that you use according to your capital. So you don't just come here and pick on any coin. So you use that sheet. For example, there is a Binance sheet. Okay, you come here, you see there is the $100, $200, all the way. So whatever capital you're coming in with, you come to this sheet, assess the sheet. So if you're trading with Binance, OKX, Bybit, Bitget, whatever exchange you're using, it has a particular sheet you're going to trade with. So you can see the capital size from 100 to whatever you want to trade. So you follow the initial position, and the maximum order is 7. So maximum order is 7. That means the robot is going to trade in 7 different grids, or you could say 7 different layers, okay? And you're going to be using a leverage 10 if your capital is between 100 to 500, okay? The leverage is leverage 10. Then the quantity, of course, is here. So the sheet just tells you what to do. So once you put them on, then you're good to go. So let's go back to the bot. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so okay, so you come here, you do your selection according to the sheets. You select this way, this is BTC, or you come down, okay, let me select this, Solana. I will not, because the initial amount should be much. Say there is AVAX, you select it. So when you're done with your selection, another good thing is you can select the entire coin at once. So it saves you the stress of having to set it up one after the other. So if you have 5 coins, you could come here and select the 5 all at once. Okay, so you select all the 5 or whatever coin you're trading. After selection, you come down, scroll down. Okay, wait, I'm looking for the confirmation button. Okay, let me do the selection here. Okay, those buttons are not. So when you're done selecting, you just tap on confirm. Okay, when you're done selecting, you tap on confirm. The PC is not giving me the accurate. This is PC. It's different from what you have. I'm using the web right now. Okay, so you all can use the web. You can use your phones, and it all works perfectly. So I'm trying to switch to see if I can. So once you're done here, you could just tap on confirm. So let me just quickly make a switch to my mobile. I just want to show us something. So I'm making a switch to my mobile so we see how it works. All right. Hold on. I want to make the switch. Okay. So now I'm switching. Okay. Okay, so I just switched to my mobile and I share my screen again so I could show you what happens when after selecting the points. So I share screen again. All right, perfect. I go to my Apollo bot. Okay, good. So when you're done selecting, you just come and you tap on confirm. So I tap on confirm. So then it opens up another page like this. So you see the AIDCA. So by default, it's on AIDCA. So if you're going to be trading the futures, so you make sure you're trading the auto system. Make sure it's the AIDCA on futures. So the initial position is 20. Your max order is 7. Then the direction is auto, of course. Then depending, like I said, you're trading from $100 to $500. Your leverage should be 10x. Okay, 10x. So according to the charts, then you're trading $600 and above, you use the 5x. Okay, when you're done with that, you don't need to touch any other thing. So just leave out this area. The bots will do the rest of the job. So now we've selected it, AIDCA, auto, and that 10x or 5x, depending on what your chart says. When you're done with this, you just tap on bulk futures. Okay, once you're done, you tap on bulk futures and your robot will launch. Okay, once you're done, it will launch and you will see something like this. When it launches, you will see something like this. You can see it running. Okay, you can see it running. So then for those of us that when you start trading, somehow you will see what you call the low initial trade, something like that. Once you see that, just tap on that coin and you can edit. Okay, when you see that prompt, you just tap on it. You want to modify, you just tap on modify. Then you can change the figures here. You can change the figures to the new initial position according to the charts. Okay, so that's that on this on the futures bot. So let me go back. Okay, so I'll make a switch again. So continue with my presentation. Okay, so I hope we got that. So it's quite awesome if you are making if you're still on a hedging bot. I give you the biggest and the best advice now is to start making a switch, start winding down your trades, because we are going into a very interesting season, and it might not be interesting for those who are on the hedging bot. So let me continue. So my presentation. So I have just talked about the Apollo futures. So the future. So you want to check, for you to check on your profits. You like to check on your profits. You just come over. You come over here. Hold on. Trying to share my screen. All right. So you want to check on your profits. So you just come. Let me go back. Okay, good. So I have to log in again. So on your dashboard, on your homepage, you just see the profit at the top. Okay, you see the profit at the top, and you know what you'll be earning for the day. So quite interesting. And we've been earning perfectly here. So you tap on home, see the home page here, and you scroll to the top, you see profits. You tap on profits, and you will see the robot always delivering. So okay, you notice something here. It's already 5 p.m. and we're in a new date already. It's already 5 p.m. So we're in a new day, and the bot has already started trading in the new day. So it's already trading perfectly. Okay, so so that's it. Let me go back to. So you can check your history here. You can check your history here. So you can check your history. Very beautiful. You can see. So that's it about the Apollo bot. So we want to go into the sports. So I want to know if I have any questions before we move ahead. Let's take a few questions from the chats. Let me pause. Okay. All right. So now we've talked about the futures. We're going to talk about the Apollo sports. So this is why we'll call it the Apollo 2-in-1 bot. So you come to your home screen, you're going to be seeing things like this: Sports Classic. All right. So we are done with the Futures Classic. Now we go into the Sports Classic. So when you tap on Sports Classic, comes up this way. It means you can select the coins. Select the coins according to you can select according to the chart, or you could, if you're most people are sports traders, and most people are very interested in sports. But I will tell you one thing: if your capital is probably let me not use the word small. If you're trading with $100 or $200 and you don't know where to hop in, you could start with the futures trades. Okay, you have $100, $200, $300, or 100, between $100 to $500. You don't know where to start from. You could start from the futures, okay, and save up for sports. But then, if you're interested in sports, something interesting, you could hop in the sports arena and start trading immediately. So now I'm on my PC once again and seem not to find the confirm button. Don't know why. Okay, I don't know the PC. So I'm going to switch. And explain what the sports is all about. So quickly make a switch again. I'll explain. So in sports trading, also just like futures trading, we have the AIDCA, we have the DCA, then we have the grid. Okay, so for the futures trading, you just need to stick with the AIDCA. All right, stick with the AIDCA. No manual trading. No, you don't need to touch that trade. So just stick with the AIDCA. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Okay, signals for trade. Yes, on the spot, that's going to be very, very possible. And so first of all, let me launch into the spot so we can understand. Okay, so let me share my screen one more time. So spot trading on Apollo bots. So I tap on spot trading. Now, sorry, I tap on spot classic. Okay, spot classic. Now, okay, you tap on spot classic. Now, if you're a spot trader, you could want to select a few coins. But then if you're trading between $100 to $500 on spot, with your $100, you could just do only one coin. I have my reasons, okay? So, but then it's good to trade spots with a bigger capital. Say you have $1,000, you enjoy your spots. But then for people who will feel left out, for you not to feel left out, you could get your $100. You're excited about the spot trading in Apollo bots. You get your $100, and you're going to trade what I call the grid or the DCA. Now watch this. You come here and you're interested in Solana. You tap on Solana. So you tap on Solana, then let's confirm this. So now this is you have the AIDCA, you have the DCA, you have the AI grid, and you have the grid. Okay, so between these two, which one do you think is the best? So now it depends on your capital. Now, first of all, we have to look at the difference between the DCA and the grid. Okay, so let's be patient. Let's look at the difference between what's the difference between the DCA. DCA means the dollar cost average. Okay, DCA means the dollar cost average. And what's dollar cost average? It means let me just quickly go with a chart. Okay, watch this chart. Watch this chart. All right, now, so this is a perfect example of the grid. This is the grid. Okay, the grid works in such a way that you have. Please, is my screen visible? You need to be sure.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes,
okay,
it's visible, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, because I was looking for my annotator. Okay, I've seen it. Thank you. Now I'm going to be explaining. Let me be brief. Now, for example, you have $1,000. Then you have this. This is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin, you set a grid. So what's a grid trade? A grid is setting your trades in different grid lines. Okay, you don't want it to be between price ranges, right? You want to trade BTC between, say, $40,000 and $30,000. So now you have your grid as this. Okay, say this is 40K BTC, or sorry, let's go back. Say this is, you come here and you say this is 60K BTC. And you have below here, you have below 30K BTC. This is a perfect grid, okay? This is a perfect grid. So probably here you have 20K, then you have 10K, all right? So you set up your grid such that the robot trades between $30,000 and $60,000. So now we're going into the bull run. So you get your $1,000 account and you say, I want to trade BTC with my $1,000. So what you do is you assign the 1,000 to the robot. Either you're trading it manually or you're trading it with using the AI. I mean, it's still the AI, but you can choose to trade it with just the grid. So you come here. What happens is that the robot buys between 30K and 60K. So you can see it does this: buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I hope we're getting it. So then what happens when it goes beyond 60K? What happens? The robot will stop buying. Do you get? The robot stops buying. Also, if it comes below your 30K, the robot will quit. It will hold on. It will stop until the market, probably when the market dips and dips and dips. So when there is a rebound, it goes into smart buying. That's the rebound. It goes into that smart buying. So this is what your grid does for you. So the grid trades between two price ranges. Okay. So now that is grid trading for us. Okay. I'm just trying to summarize. So now what's the DCA? Let me go to DCA. So now you come to, this is dollar cost average. What's your dollar cost average? Dollar cost average is simply means buying, the robot buys at different prices. Okay, so what does it look at? It looks at lowering the average price. So when Bitcoin becomes cheaper, the robot keeps on buying. It becomes cheaper, it keeps on buying. Then what happens is it sells the entire coin at a given percentage, say 2%. So it buys, it accumulates, then it sells as an entity. While the grid, what the grid does is that it sells at different grid levels. So it comes to 40K, it sells, it keeps buying and selling at different grid levels. Okay, so that's the buy. That's about the grid and the DCA. Okay, so I want to show us how we can tackle on that using the Apollo bot. Okay, how do we tackle that? So you have $100. You want to what's happening? I want to switch. Okay, you have the Apollo bot and you want to trade using just your capital. So you can choose between the grid and the DCA. Okay, so if you have some good capital, you just trade the grid system, probably buy the stable coins and you start trading. So now this is my method. So you see all this, you come here, you have $100. So it means that you can actually change the figures. So, but this is AI. You can't change the figures in AI because it does smart allocation. So, but because of your capital, you can switch out of that and come to the DCA. So what do you do in your DCA? So this is your DCA, you have $100. So you could come here and reduce the initial position, probably to 15. Yes. Maybe drop it to either 10 or 15, depending on the coin. You say, because you don't have money, you could say 10. If it permits you, you start with 10. So I'm just talking to people who have just 100 or 200. So you say 10, then your maximum order size, you could reduce your max order size to maybe 5, or you leave it at 7. You could bring it to 5. This is the DCA method I'm introducing to you guys. So now let's look at the futures here. Let's look at the interesting setup. So you have profit taking. The profit taking here is 1.5. Now you can decide to make it 2%, depending. So, okay, or you leave it at 1.5. Now the trailing stop. What's a trailing stop? A trailing stop is a smart It's a smart move by the robot. As the market goes up, what does it do? It tracks the profit. As it goes up, it tracks, it keeps on closing up. It keeps closing with the current price. So it keeps a tab on the current price so that you can maximize or make more profits. So when the market keeps rising, it keeps, for those of us who understand what trailing stop is, so once there's a reversal in the market, once there's a reversal, what happens? It clocks out on that trade and gives you your profit. So that's a trailing stop. Okay, so the robot has set up a trailing stop on this particular profit, on this 1.5%. So then you have what you call the margin ratio. What's a margin ratio in DCA? In your DCA, you see you have different levels of the market. Okay, these are levels of the market. So your robot keeps coming, sorry, your market, as your market comes down, you have, as your market comes down, okay, as it crosses, let me change the annotator, sorry. I want to change the color so we can understand. Now, your market keeps ranging. So as it comes down, so the 5% means you set up a 5% drop. So when the market drops by 5%, what does the robot do? The robot buys. Okay, so it buys you $10 worth of this coin. So by 5% dropping, remember that your coin has become cheaper. So you accumulate. So what you're doing is the robot is accumulating coins for you. So it drops again, another 5%, the robot will buy again. So you can see now you have done, in this, you have a maximum order of 5. Okay, so now you have done 2. The market drops again one more time by 5%. The robot does what? The robot buys. So you can see that it has done what we call the smart buying. So the market has dropped all the way to 15%. But what the robot did was to buy into the market at different levels, not just outright buying. So it did the 5%, 5%, and another 5%. So now you have different prices. Okay? You have different prices at different at same margin ratio of 5%. Okay, so I don't know if you understand that. I will explain later if you don't understand. So that's what your margin ratio is. But then, if you read the market, you're able to study the market. You could even change the margin ratio. You could make it 3 if you want. You could say no. This Bitcoin market or Ethereum market is going to drop by total of maybe 9%. And in this 9%, I want to cut my capital into 3 places. So what you're going to do, you're going to do it 3%, 3%. So you're going into the market in 3 different layers. Okay, 3 different layers. You buy more assets so that when you want to sell out, you make more profits. So I can make this explanation for you this way. If you buy an asset at $5, it comes down, you buy at another $4, it comes down again, you buy at 3, comes down, you buy at 2, comes down, you buy at 1. So what happens is that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you have bought this at different prices. Okay, look at the prices carefully. You bought it when it was $5. You bought when it was 4, when it was 3, when it was 2, when it was 1. And you bought this at different margin ratio. What margin ratios did you buy them? Maybe you bought them at 3% each. As they drop down, 3% each. So what happens here is that you have arrived at a margin, at an average price of, say, $3. Yes, that's the average. So when this market wants to sell, it assumes that you have bought this particular asset, maybe this particular asset, probably your Bitcoin or your Ethereum, you bought it at $3 because you were able to buy at different layers of the market. okay, using the DCA. All right. So it has been able to draw your prices closer. And this is what the top traders in the world, this is how they do it. The Michael Saylors and co, they buy Bitcoin at different rates, at different prices. Okay, so this is what happens, okay? So now you have the rebound average. The rebound average, what it does for you is that when the market dips, when it stops buying, when it senses a rebound, when the market turns around, it starts to take some, it starts to buy you some assets. So in that way, it makes sure you buy at the bottom of the market. All right. So there is no much difference with the grid. At the same time, the grid is similar, but then you can see the grid has just same margin ratio 5, but then you can sell at different grids. Okay, you might not understand this, but we're going to be having technical classes on sports for those who want to trade with little money. So this is where the magic is, that you're trading with little capital, but then in the space of 2 months, 3 months, you're making something big. So that's where the compounding comes in. Okay, so we're going to be having the 1 month challenge, 2 month challenge, trading with just $100, $200, and in the space of 2 months, you're seeing the results. Okay. Just wanted to go back to this so we can see what the trading strategy is. So if you want to trade using the DCA or using the AI grid, using the grid, they are all perfect. But the grid and this DCA, they are semi-auto. While this AI DCA and this AI grid, they are fully automatic. So it means that if you put your money here, your $1,000, then you set it up, you're going to trade from now till whenever. So what happens here is that the robot is going to trade with smart allocation. So it trades on a cycle, okay? It trades on a cycle, keeps trading on a cycle. So, but it's advisable for those with good capital. Okay, you have $1,000, you can trade the cycle. But then if you have little money, you could just come to your grid system or your DCA system. If you come to your grid system, you can choose to trade single. Okay, you choose to trade single. What does single mean? It means that you set up this market for the robot to just buy at a particular price, and when you attain that 1.5%, it sells it for you. Then you go again into the market. That's for the maybe for the $100 or $300 capital. And then you can decide to also split your trade. You can do a cycle on probably on some stable coins like BTC, Ethereum, because we know that in the next 1 year, your BTC will never remain $36 or $37. So you can put some money on cycle on BTC, Ethereum, and let it roll from now till the next 1 year. You're going to make massive, huge money here. So you keep some money on cycle, then you come and trade your single on some of these other coins, and ensures that the single ensures that you go into the deep, you go into the market, and you come out on a single trade. Then you can decide to go again. So you can have 2 coins on cycle, 2 coins running on single with specified, with the specific capital. But if you have just $100, just go with the single, right? Okay, so that's where I'm going to be wrapping up for the DC, for the sports. Okay, I'm going to wrapping up for the sports, and I will go into I'm switching back so we can see how we can benefit from these robots, trading both sports or trading this. So now if you go to, I have a calculator here with me. I have a calculator. I call it the compound calculator, the compound interest calculator. So if you come here, okay, Okay, so if you can see my calculator, so this is how it works. So you have $100, you have $200, and you come to spots. For example, I used the list. I used 0.5%. Of course, we know we can make between 0.5 to 2.5 in a single day. So I could say I do 1% every day. Okay, let me just say I do 1% every day on a $200, say on spots, on futures. Then my target is, say, 1 year. 1 year is my target, and I calculate. Okay, if I do the calculations, it means that projection for 1 year is this. Wow. I find it difficult to believe, but that's true. $4,842 in a year. So imagine you go into the spot trade with $200 and you're able to trade the cycle. Probably you can just put your $100 on a cycle, maybe on Ethereum, okay? And you put the other 100 on a single trade where you can do the buy and sell, which of course, when we drop our signal, you could use the signal and go into the single trade. So with that signal, you just go into the single and you do the setup, okay? We're going to be putting up the setup for us so we can understand. So it means in a year, this is what you're getting, $4,842. That's quite huge. So if you do 100, let's see what 100 can do for us. Calculate. Quite big, $2,421. So you can see that with the Apollo bot, it's quite awesome. It's quite awesome, and I will stop here to take some questions. Okay.